Last night, by a few thousand votes, Moldovans voted yes to join the European Union in an election that was characterized by intense interference by the Russian Federation and even accusations of hundreds of thousands of votes being bought. From artificial crowds at the voting stations in Moscow blocking physically Moldovans from voting, to directly depositing money in voters' bank accounts to up to what is reported 300,000 people, which is a huge number in a small country of 2.7 million. If you don't remember, Moldova is a small Eastern European country on the Black Sea. It used to be part of the Kingdom of Romania, but the Soviet Union carved it off into its own partial piece of territory. This has also resulted in it remaining after independence as its own country. But you'll also notice there's a very strange red sliver right there. Well, this is Transnistria, which is basically a USSR warlord state that still thinks it's in the USSR. And when I say, like the Soviet Union never ended, I am being very literal. It is a strange place where the Russian army decided to never leave, and it has been wielded as a puppet state ever since by the Russian Federation, with its own strange and bizarre strongman leaders. And of course, since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Russia has been increasing the number of troops in the area. And this is just one of a number of ways that the Russian Federation is destabilizing Moldova, in addition to a long-running series of cyber attacks on basic infrastructure. This has been described as Russia's long game in Moldova. And Moldova, because it has extreme poverty, has a massive diaspora community that work and live abroad. So much of the vote coming in yesterday was coming from Moldovans abroad, which also gave us this hilarious moment where Moldovans ran into a runaway oligarch from Moldova in line for the voting in the UK and just started berating him for being such a schmuck. Moldova also had a presidential election last night, and with 42% of the vote so far, Maya Sandu is moving to the second round against a runoff by the pro-Putin candidate Alexander Stoyanoglu, who basically runs a fake leftist party that is backed by oligarchs in the Russian Federation, who does social conservatism but with a Soviet aesthetic. And this election is a clear example that every single vote counts. Only a few thousand went between them joining the EU and not joining the EU, even with massive things against them. Take that into account in your own elections. Please repost, do some engagement, and leave some replies. Thank you.